You got cap in your raps.
In the cutthroat world of rap, where egos clash and rivalries ignite, one man stood out as a force to be reckoned with. His name was King Von. Known for his raw and unfiltered lyrics, King Von had a reputation for not backing out of a fight. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the way King Von pressed rappers on camera. NBA YoungBoy. In the early days, it seemed like King Von and NBA YoungBoy could have been on the path to success together. Both artists had come up from the streets, with King Von representing Chicago's gritty trenches and NBA YoungBoy making waves in Baton Rouge. Their cities may have been miles apart, but the streets had a way of intertwining their destinies. Back then, everything was all good between King Von and YoungBoy. In fact, Von, along with Lil Durk and other members of their crew, used to bump and rap along to YoungBoy's music during their Instagram live sessions. It seemed like they could have formed a formidable alliance, conquering the industry together. However, the harmony didn't last long. One day, while listening to YoungBoy's song Play With Us on an IG live session, Von couldn't help but voice his doubts.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy on this man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his man. On his cap. You got cap in your raps.
This diss caught many by surprise, as YoungBoy was known for his quick clapback. But this time, he chose to let it slide, not responding directly to Von's provocation. Perhaps YoungBoy didn't see it as a serious threat at the time, or maybe he was biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Their paths might have never crossed again, and the diss could have been forgotten, but fate had other plans. A couple of years later, King Von turned up the heat by posting a picture of himself with YoungBoy's baby mama, Jania. This was a deliberate move to provoke a response from YoungBoy, and it worked like a charm. YoungBoy retaliated by posting a picture of himself with his son, accompanied by a caption that sent shockwaves through the industry. He wrote, "I'm gonna make sure that my son your daughter since you trolling #4KT#." This was a direct shot at Von, hitting him where it hurt the most, his family. But YoungBoy wasn't done yet. He took it a step further by linking up with Asian Doll, Von's ex-girlfriend, after their breakup. Although Von didn't explicitly name YoungBoy in his tweets, everyone knew he was referring to him when he wrote, "That new y'all got garbage. I got some on y'all baby moms that would make you not. I want to claim your kids and." The tension between them was palpable, and it was only a matter of time before it spilled over into their music. YoungBoy dropped a track called Dead Trolls, and on this song, he allegedly took a direct shot at Von. The lyrics included the lines, "Travel around with hella troops. I got pictures of you, lil plan on staining something in Atlanta too. Won't get up with me, but I don't with you. All in Pampers, sunset tripping too. Bounty hunter. Trying to eat the crew." These lyrics didn't sit well with Von and his crew. They saw it as a direct attack on Von's recent move to Atlanta to focus on his music career and escape the street drama in Chicago. The tension escalated further as Von's homies and YoungBoy's associates started sending shots at each other on social media. Quando Rondo, Lil Reese, and other individuals jumped into the fray, adding fuel to the fire. Quando Rondo's close associate, Lil Tim, even issued a warning to anyone from Chicago, tweeting, "From Chirac, better chill on my Quando." However, this wasn't the first time Von's crew had dissed YoungBoy. In 2019, someone suggested to Lil Reese that a feature from YoungBoy would boost his music career. Reese responded disrespectfully, saying, "I want Dare Pay that Lil Boy to get on track with me." Despite all the tension and diss tracks, Von denied the existence of any real beef in an interview with DJ Academics. He claimed that people were blowing things out of proportion and that he and YoungBoy had similar issues and enemies. Von's denial led some fans to believe that the situation might not be as serious as it seemed. Unfortunately, tragedy struck shortly after Von's denial. One fateful night on November 6, 2020, Von encountered Quando Rondo outside a hookah lounge in Atlanta. Von and his crew confronted Quando Rondo, and a physical altercation ensued. Von, known for his hands-on approach, started throwing punches. The situation quickly escalated and shots were fired. Tragically, Von was fatally shot, allegedly by Lil Tim, a member of Quando Rondo's crew. Quando Rondo. The beef between King Von and Quando Rondo began due to their close relationships with the more experienced managers of their respective record labels. King Von had a long-standing beef with YoungBoy, who was Rondo's mentor. The tension escalated when Von posted pictures of himself hanging out with YoungBoy's ex-girlfriend, Jania. Although Von clarified that they were only making music together, it stirred up drama between the two rappers. However, on November 5th, 2020, Von took to social media to address the situation. In a video, he stated, "Ain't no rap beef. and it ain't a real beef unless somebody gets shot or someone. Von made it clear that he had no personal issues with YoungBoy, but the statement may have been taken as a challenge by Rondo and his crew, who wanted to show their loyalty to YoungBoy. Despite the tension between Von and Rondo remained cool with Lil Durk, who was Von's manager and mentor. In fact, Lil Durk was featured in Rondo's song Other Side, which further complicated the dynamics of the beef. The friendship between Von and Rondo began to crumble, and Rondo took things to a dangerous level. Just 1 week after releasing his album Criminal History, tragedy struck. On November 6, 2020, in the early hours of the morning, a fatal altercation occurred between King Von and Quando Rondo outside an Atlanta nightclub. The conflict quickly escalated into gunfire, resulting in the deaths of 3 people and leaving 4 others injured. Von was rushed to the hospital in critical condition, but tragically passed away later that day. The rap community was left in shock and disbelief. Many people bashed Rondo for what had transpired, as the two had once been friends. The years of friendship between them had taken a dark turn, leading to this devastating outcome. The situation became so intense that Rondo had to turn off comments on his social media posts to avoid further backlash. FBG Wooski. Wooski's upbringing was far from idyllic. Growing up in a neighborhood plagued by poverty, crime, and gang activity, he was exposed to the harsh realities of life at a young age. But what set Wooski apart was his family dynamic. His older brother, known as Big Mike, was a member of the BD gang, while Wooski himself aligned with the GD gang. This may seem like an unusual situation to outsiders, but in the streets of Chicago, it was not uncommon for family members to be on opposite sides of the gang divide. Despite their differing affiliations, Big Mike stood as a protective force for Wooski, ensuring his safety in the treacherous streets. Even after Wooski began clicking up with STL EBT, a rival gang with a heavy beef against YIC City, Big Mike's love for his little brother transcended the gang code. Wooski's early exposure to the streets and his natural inclination towards savagery led him to form connections with influential figures such as Duck and Tuka, both of whom tragically lost their lives. As Wooski began to adopt beef with his new associates, particularly targeting the rival gang TYMB, he made a conscious decision to avoid direct conflict with WIC City out of respect for his older brother. It seemed that blood ties held more weight than the gang code, even in the midst of a bitter feud. However, this delicate balance would soon be shattered. One fateful day, an altercation between Wooski and some STL EBT members and their WIC City rivals took a deadly turn. During the confrontation, a member of WIC City named Reezy lost his life, and rumors began to circulate that Wooski, at just 12 years old, was the trigger man behind the fatal shot. This incident marked a turning point in Wooski's life, as the protection and safety provided by his older brother were suddenly stripped away. He became a top priority for retaliation from a multitude of ops, forcing him to flee O-Block and seek refuge with STL EBT. The tension between Wooski and his former allies in WIC City escalated rapidly. Wooski, fueled by a burning desire for revenge, aimed his firearm towards the very place he once called home, igniting a fierce feud between the two sets. It was a dangerous game of cat and mouse, with both sides engaging in brawls and skirmishes, but the guns had yet to be fully unleashed. It was during this tumultuous period that Wooski's path crossed with that of King Von, another prominent figure in the Chicago streets. The fire between them was fueled when Wooski was identified as the trigger man behind the murder of Von's close friend, Patoon. This act of violence sent shockwaves through the city and solidified the enmity between the two rivals. Unable to personally exact revenge on Wooski, King Von turned his attention to Wooski's cousin, Modell. In a brutal act of violence, Von not only took Modell's life, but left him with life-threatening injuries. The brutality of the attack was evident, with doctors recounting the horrific scene as they struggled to save Modell's life. The feud between King Von and FBG Wooski had reached a new level of intensity, with both sides willing to go to extreme lengths to settle the score. The beef between Wooski and King Von continued to escalate, with both individuals engaging in a war of words on social media. It was a strange sight to witness as they calmly and jokingly interacted online, all the while harboring deep-seated animosity and intentions of violence towards each other. The true nature of their savagery was on full display, as they tallied scores and boasted about their body counts as if it were a game. But the story took another dark turn when Wooski's brother, Big Mike, and King Von found themselves on the wrong side of the law. They were both charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder for their involvement in the killing of Malcolm Stuckey. This event shattered Wooski's trust and faith in his own flesh and blood, as he saw his brother turning against him. In January 2018, Wooski released the diss track Computers Remix, which quickly gained popularity. The track showcased Wooski's disregard for the dead and his willingness to violate his ops, boasting about the hits he had carried out. This further incited rage among his enemies, who were determined to put an end to his reign of terror. Their opportunity came when they targeted Mob Dusky the Man. Dusky's death left a void in the hearts of his allies, and Wooski's ops saw this as the perfect opportunity for revenge. The stage was set for a deadly plot that nearly claimed Wooski's life. Dusky's funeral became the backdrop for a violent confrontation between the two sides. Both Wooski's crew and Von's crew were seeking vengeance, and chaos erupted as bullets rained down on the funeral. During the chaos, Wooski was shot in the head, and rumors began to circulate that he had been taken out. Von and his allies rejoiced, believing they had finally caught Wooski lacking. However, Duck, Wooski's close friend, dispelled the rumors of his death, revealing that Wooski had survived the attempt on his life. Wooski underwent rehabilitation to regain his motor skills, and although his health appeared deteriorated, he slowly began to return to his old self. 6ix9ine. Born Daniel Hernandez on May 8, 1996, in Brooklyn, New York, 6ix9ine quickly made a name for himself with his unique style and aggressive rap delivery. Sporting rainbow-colored hair, face tattoos, and a larger-than-life persona, he captured the attention of both fans and critics alike. His music videos garnered millions of views on YouTube, and he became known for his controversial antics both on and off the stage. But behind the scenes, 6ix9ine was getting involved with the wrong crowd.
Were you a member of any gang?
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the gang that you were a member of?
The 9 Trey Bloods.
He aligned himself with the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, violent street gang known for their criminal activities. This association would ultimately lead to his downfall. 6ix9ine fame grew, so did his involvement with the gang. He began to adopt their symbols and gestures, using them as a way to solidify his street credibility. The gang saw an opportunity in 6ix9ine's rising star and used him as a means to further their criminal enterprises. However, tensions within the gang started to rise, leading to a series of violent incidents. In April 2018, 6ix9ine's entourage was involved in a shooting outside a restaurant in New York City. This incident marked the beginning of a string of violent events that would ultimately lead to the unraveling of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. In November 2018, 6ix9ine and several members of the gang were arrested on federal charges, including racketeering, firearms offenses, and drug trafficking. The charges were a result of an extensive investigation by law enforcement agencies, which had been monitoring the gang's activities for some time. Facing the prospect of a lengthy prison sentence, 6ix9ine was presented with a choice: cooperate with the authorities and provide information about the inner workings of the gang, or face the consequences of his actions. In an effort to secure a reduced sentence, he made the decision to become a cooperating witness. But what exactly did 6ix9ine reveal to the authorities?
At some point, did you decide to cooperate with the government?
Yes.
When did that happen?
A day after, November 19th, the day after, we was taken down.
In his testimony, he provided detailed information about the gang's activities, including their involvement in drug trafficking, acts of violence, and their hierarchy. His cooperation was crucial in securing convictions against several high-ranking members of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods, and that would be when he was officially labeled a snitch. One of the immediate consequences of 6ix9ine's cooperation was the cancellation of his music projects and collaborations. Artists who had previously worked with him distanced themselves, fearing the association with the snitch would tarnish their own reputations. Record labels and streaming platforms also faced backlash for supporting an artist who had turned informant. But despite the backlash, 6ix9ine's popularity didn't completely fade away. In fact, his controversial image and the media attention surrounding his case only seemed to fuel his notoriety. He became a polarizing figure, with some fans supporting him for his honesty and others condemning him for his betrayal. His release from prison marked a new chapter in 6ix9ine's life, but it also brought with it a new wave of controversy. Many questioned whether he would be able to rebuild his career after being labeled a snitch. Some argued that his fan base would remain loyal, while others believed he would face significant challenges in regaining the trust of the hip-hop community. True to form, 6ix9ine wasted no time in making his presence known. He returned to social media with a vengeance, using his platform to taunt his critics. His trolling behavior became more brazen than ever, as he seemed to revel in the controversy surrounding him. One of the most shocking displays of his defiance came in the form of an Instagram photo. The image depicted 6ix9ine sitting on a rat trap eating cheese. This provocative gesture seemed to mock the accusations of being a snitch, further solidifying his reputation as a controversial figure. Despite the ongoing controversy, 6ix9ine's music continued to generate attention. His first post-prison release, Gooba, broke records on YouTube, amassing millions of views within hours. The song's aggressive lyrics and catchy beat resonated with his fan base, proving that his popularity hadn't completely waned. However, one person has been allergic to the man's antics. When Tekashi somehow landed Nicki for a collaboration, Von spoke his mind. The Chicago rapper expressed his disappointment with Nicki Minaj's collaboration with 6ix9ine on the song Trolls. In a now-deleted tweet, King Von wrote, "Damn, and I used to love Nicki Minaj." King Von didn't stop there. He further elaborated on his feelings, stating, "I know so many that'll do anything to make it. Go against every moral break, every code. Trade on every friend just for a taste of the fast life. Desperate, easily moved people. Then get the and it don't even be worth all the loss and pain went through. You chasing that." That will not be the last time the two had an altercation. In a highly publicized incident, 6ix9ine visited O Block in Chicago, the neighborhood where Lil Durk's cousin Wooski was murdered. Mockingly kneeling at the spot, 6ix9ine filmed a video that sparked outrage among the local community. In response, King Von made a video expressing his solidarity with Lil Durk and condemning 6ix9ine's actions. Von criticized 6ix9ine for cooperating with law enforcement and called him out for his lack of authenticity. He expressed his disgust with 6ix9ine's deeds, stating he told on all types of people, gangs, and got people locked up. King Von was quick to express his outrage when he learned that Tekashi 6ix9ine had visited O Block. Taking to his Instagram Live, King Von addressed his followers with a sense of disbelief and anger. He made it clear that he did not condone Tekashi's actions and found them far from amusing.
6ix9ine, that ain't cool. I don't know, they got this man running around. It's funny. Yeah, that funny as hell. Funny, gang.
Von went on to emphasize that he had no personal connection to Tekashi.
Cause it's like this. I don't know the gang. I don't get about the 6ix9ine. I don't know.
However, he couldn't ignore the fact that Tekashi had cooperated with authorities and implicated numerous individuals, resulting in their arrests and legal troubles.
He told them all type of people, gang, and they people locked up.
Von continued, his voice filled with a mix of anger and disbelief. The gravity of Tekashi's actions was not lost on King Von, who understood the real-life consequences they had on those involved. But the controversy didn't end there. King Von delved deeper into the situation, reflecting on Tekashi's betrayal of his former associates. He specifically mentioned Tekashi's ex-manager, Kafano Shodi Jordan, who allegedly had sexual relations with Tekashi's baby's mother. This revelation added another layer of shock and betrayal to the already explosive story. The consequences of Tekashi's actions were not lost on King Von. He highlighted the fact that Shodi would be spending 15 years in prison for 2 firearms charges, directly attributing it to Tekashi's cooperation with authorities. It was a stark reminder of the real-life impact of Tekashi's decisions. Lil Jay. In the fast-paced world of social media and celebrity culture, controversies can arise in the blink of an eye. And that's exactly what happened when a video of Lil Jay surfaced online, showing him engaged in a passionate kiss with a guy inmate during a visit to a correctional facility. The video quickly went viral, sending shockwaves through the music industry and leaving fans and critics alike in a state of disbelief. The video, which was initially shared on a popular gossip blog, spread like wildfire across various social media platforms. Fans were taken aback by the unexpected nature of the footage, as Lil Jay had never publicly addressed his sexual orientation before. Speculation ran rampant, with some questioning the authenticity of the video, while others believed it to be a deliberate publicity stunt orchestrated by the rapper himself. As the video gained traction, reactions poured in from all corners. Lil Jay's fan base found themselves divided. Some fans expressed their unconditional love and acceptance, arguing that Lil Jay's sexual orientation should not define him as an artist. They believed that his talent and musical contributions should be the focus, rather than his personal life. On the other hand, there were fans who felt disappointed and betrayed. They had admired Lil Jay for his macho image and lyrics, and the revelation of his alleged homosexuality came as a shock. These fans took to social media to voice their discontent, expressing their intention to boycott his music and distancing themselves from the rapper they once idolized. Industry figures also weighed in on the controversy, further fueling the debate. Rapper and activist Jay-Z, known for his support of LGBTQ+ rights, publicly expressed his solidarity with Lil Jay. In a statement, he emphasized the importance of acceptance and inclusivity in the music industry, urging fans to focus on the art rather than personal matters. However, not everyone was as vocal in their support. Lil Wayne, a longtime rival of Lil Jay, took a more neutral stance. In an interview, he stated that he respects Lil Jay's privacy and believes that everyone should be entitled to their own personal choices. Lil Wayne's response sparked further speculation, with some interpreting it as a subtle dig at Lil Jay's alleged homosexuality. As the controversy continued to unfold, media outlets and tabloids seized the opportunity to capitalize on the sensational story. Headlines screamed with provocative titles, stirring up emotions and attracting attention. The controversy surrounding Lil Jay being gay became a hot topic of discussion, dominating news cycles and social media feeds. King Lil Jay has since come forward to deny these allegations. While the alleged footage of King Lil Jay in prison has caused a frenzy online, the rapper himself wasted no time in addressing the situation head-on. In a statement released on his social media platforms, Lil Jay vehemently denied the allegations, leaving no room for doubt. Soon as y'all put dude up actually saying some y'all would try to put me on there. Look at that Lil Jay said, pointing out the discrepancies between his appearance and the man in the video. He emphasized that his face, tattoos, and body don't match those of the individual in question. FBG Duck. In the gritty streets of Chicago, where rivalries run deep and tensions simmer beneath the surface, a feud was brewing between two prominent rappers, FBG Duck and King Von. To understand the origins of their diss tracks, we must delve into the complex web of events that set the stage for this explosive clash. It all began with the long-standing rivalry between two rival gangs, the Flyboy Gang, FBG, and the Black Disciples, BDs. FBG Duck, a rising star in the drill music scene, hailed from the FBG camp, while King Von, a formidable force in the industry, represented the BDs. The animosity between these factions spilled over into the music world, fueling a fierce competition between the two artists. One of the key incidents that intensified the feud was the tragic death of FBG Duck's close friend and fellow rapper, Lil Jojo. In 2012, Lil Jojo was gunned down in a drive-by shooting, allegedly by members of the BDs. This devastating loss fueled FBG Duck's desire for revenge and set the stage for the diss tracks that would follow. As tensions escalated, FBG Duck released a series of diss tracks aimed at King Von and the BDs. One of the most notable tracks was Dead, where FBG Duck unleashed a barrage of insults and threats towards his rivals. The track quickly gained traction, attracting attention from both fans and critics alike. Not one to back down, King Von retaliated with his own diss tracks, such as Crazy Story and War With Us. These tracks showcased King Von's lyrical prowess and his willingness to engage in the ongoing feud. The diss tracks from both artists became a battleground of words, with each side aiming to outdo the other in terms of lyrical prowess and shock value. The feud between FBG Duck and King Von also spilled over into social media, with both artists taking shots at each other through various platforms. Twitter wars, Instagram live sessions, and YouTube comment sections became battlegrounds for their fans to engage in heated debates and show their allegiance. The diss tracks and social media exchanges not only captivated fans, but also drew the attention of the wider hip-hop community. The feud between FBG Duck and King Von became a hot topic of discussion, with fans eagerly awaiting each new diss track and dissecting the lyrics for hidden meanings and subliminal messages. However, as we're going to find out after Duck's death, Von had actually sent out a hit on FBG Duck. According to recently released FBI documents, an unnamed witness came forward with jaw-dropping information. This witness, who spoke to officers shortly after Duck's tragic death, revealed that King Von initially placed a $50,000 hit on FBG Duck. However, the reward was later increased to a staggering $100,000. But the shocking revelations don't stop there. The witness also alleged that King Von went a step further to celebrate Duck's demise. It is claimed that he purchased custom-made necklaces for the O-Block GDs who were allegedly responsible for Duck's murder. These necklaces were meant to serve as a chilling reminder of the violent act that had taken place. The FBI documents also shed light on the alleged shooters involved in Duck's murder. One of the individuals named was Marcus Smart, known by his street name Muwop. The witness claimed that Muwop had carried out several murders on behalf of the O-Block Black Disciples, further highlighting the extent of violence surrounding this case. It's important to note that these claims are still unverified, and the authenticity of the documents is yet to be confirmed. However, the details presented in the FBI documents paint a dark and disturbing picture of the events surrounding FBG Duck's tragic death. However, after Duck's untimely passing, Von took to Twitter to express his frustration with being blamed for everything, suggesting that they had resolved their conflict amicably. He even mentioned that they had unreleased music together, which he wanted to release earlier than planned. That brings us to the end of this video. For more videos like this, click on the cards on your screen.